This is Ben Gulyas coming to you live from the air, from the throat, from the earth that orbits the moon, on an open road of poetry. In this month of April 2018, this reading is dedicated to the wondrous dear hearts of Jim Lang and Major Reagan. So where are we going? We're going to get lost. Let's go. Joey Tone. This is a library poem. Joey Tone called on the phone, an old 10-finger dialer. Joey, you know it's in the middle of the night. It's 2. It's 2. Yeah, it's 2. 2 in the afternoon in the hum of his mind. Somewhere in the world, he calls. With wolf-hour dreams of Cabeza de Vaca, Spanish explorer 1528 made a healer through his alien tongue. A language unfamiliar. I wandered 6 years in a tempest of maps, quagmire of trails, and still he asked, how do I get there? I keep making my way back to you, but I remember so clearly, like it was emblazoned in my walking feet, that I'm lost. One map puts me on the road to Eunice. Ahoo! Another puts me within the winter fruit of the prickly pear. Ahoo! Joey on the bridge between time. The last time I heard from Joey, he was laid down in a field, arms and legs outstretched, like Da Vinci's sketch of Simpson Carmichael after a bowl of soup. So freewheeling with life, North Star to his head, the mighty Sagittarius to his feet, and in between the Milky Way memory of his rib-curled blooms. Joey Tone called and asked, how do I make myself into a compass and a map? Instructions say to call the library, and the library is always open, always on the map from hand dryer to skylight, from Esmeralda of Atlantis Heights to the call numbers of the hysterical. The library is always open, the lost tribe and the fix. Joey asked as quickly as chocolate sinks in a lost freighter, you know, you can find the exquisite at 96 fathoms, but you'll need a map. From a baker's dozen to a bawling calf moon, from egg fat of the 4 seasons, you'll need a map. And Joey was gone. Joey Tone, hard and sweet dreams in the evening dusk of the far, far jawbone, mammoth steam of it all. Here's your map. Here's your library. We're all here. Jagarum, jagarum, jagarum. The library steam, steam, steam is always open. Jagarum, jagarum. Jack, Vachel, and Hart. Your hometown may be in flames, but the earth calls. Joey Tone, Cabeza de Vaca, no map and all maps finding you lost. Here and now, the library calls out, breathes out. Joey Tone on the phone. I'm not gonna swing a dime except to talk to you. Jagarum, jagarum, jagarum. I wanted a simple poem. I wanted a simple poem to tie us together, to bring us here now, to breathe it in, as if in some double vision dream when the last thing you drank was the clock, the 4:13 a.m., and now you are here and not here, driving through ice, driving on hope to breathe in more. Breathe, and you are the black goat in the shade of the window. Ah, 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 ah. Breathe, and you are the shape of gasoline bound to find fire. Breathe while you move among the wash of so many lives, and you are the rose in the open field of San Francisquito, the tiny one, the hunched, the bloom of salt and iron. The sun, come to lift us up on its endless blanket, hanging sideways from the earth. Breathe and we can come to some truce, some agreement to be here. San Carlos, Juarez, El Coyote, the ruined walls knee-high against the Ferris wheel, knee-high to a simple truth that we can taste the sun on the tomato, fomenting haywire, and we can see, walking through behind you, no-name Willie, the Seville kid who broke his crown falling into the corner moonlight. Sufrimos! Sufrimos! He cried. Sufrimos! My ruby moon, my corner moon, es hermoso! Here and not here, Maria, Rosaluna, Little Mo, we are all here and not here. On Oar Street, for Stewbone Giacometti, the shotgun kid, the furnace pusher, he was a cricket in a moon clamp. On Oar Street, they build the boats out of old tar. The smiling fools reek of gasoline for a living, but they sleep among weeds, flowers, Missouri primrose, Mexican hat, ox-eye, none so pretty, catchfly, hog-bottom blush. 94 years on that street, and not a face remains. The fever for bread, for blankets, bucket wells and bird's nest. The hometown hero in thin shoes, a heartbeat, carried like a spike into old Joe's barroom. Dandelion wine and Lysol poured down the Sangamon River to overflow and bring us wet socks and sorrow's rump. Wet socks and sorrow's rump. Birds flying above starvation, but not beyond. And in the mix-up, there's beak bones and songs, as the old supper rain swings down through the window, and the weeds grow a hole in the boat, coming through like the bottom of the sea. And a tar load of flowers and songs are left in the heartbeat outside of old Joe's barroom, reeking of gasoline. Yes, none so pretty, but reeking of gasoline. Printed on a piece of tin. For the Tarantula Kid, Amos the Sand Ghost, Lonnie, a.k.a. Mad Morgan's last bloodshot, Jack Micheline, Ragged Lion, Ape, Angel, Fiend, Kel Robertson, Tears Over Horses. Printed on a piece of tin, 3 faces, 3 boys, posed from another world. An old tintype photo from an old Chinese shoebox, next to a box full of bottle openers, next to a box of spoons and butter knives, next to a carving of a dog, next to a peacock and a monkey and a painting of Mount Fuji. 3 faces, like Finnish miners waiting for the copper caves to open and swallow them under the ground of the North Woods. 3 faces, like roads on a map, Blue Ridge, Amsterdam, Miller Station, a field of corn, a field of cows, a 12-foot plastic giraffe in the southern Ohio hills, Highway 646. It never makes sense. It only helps you dream. It never makes sense. It only helps you dream. It never makes sense. It only helps you dream. 3 faces, 3 boys, this world and theirs and all the rest. It never makes sense. It only helps you dream. Bring out dried sausage. Bring out dried sausage, hard as goat's horn, a piece of bread, a piece of beer, a piece of Fleet Avenue, turkey morning, dried newspapers in the window, faded autographs and photos of Stanley, the Polish strongman, straightened horseshoes, crushed steel in his teeth, survived Bergen-Belsen, but not Cleveland. This is the song of the walk. This is the song of the Polish bison, the ghost of Stanley, Fleet Avenue, 1 a.m., waving his arms wildly, slapping cars. Bam! As they try to swerve by. Bam! Bam! His sweaty palms in a crusade of mad visions. God damn it! Such old glory, wrapped in newspapers like fish, like old plumbing, like tar-shingled walls and lampshades dark with skillet grease. Then East 71st, Hobo Johnny's, boom, boom, boom on the jukebox, boom, boom, boom from the bar and out the door to the Victory and its own supply of spirits. Move on, moving on, the stone white horse on Harvard, arm in arm, Jim Lang, Mike Thomas, tipsy on a lark, the song of the walk, the song of whiskey, hard as goat's horn, a song for the moment and gone. We exist under rivers. We exist under rivers, flood stage creatures. We float in the thick, deep shoe oil marking the surface, rain coming down from corrugated heavens over tempered throated wings, heart muscle pumping ever so faint through the leaves, faces finding their purchase along the whitecaps, Harcum Snyder, Condor Leposki, the human-throated Barcoot, alive in his heart full of high comedy, poetry, and newspaper cut-ups. His vision slowly more interior, farther from the focal point. I can't see a goddamn thing. Humor builds, he makes his eyebrows grin. That's all right if you don't get it. You'll get the curveball. Laugh. And we are all still floating just under the beams, river-tangled trunks, heavy sunk, mud holes slowly carved from birth under the sternum, the pearl of rolling still in the moment. Each and every one a jack-a-ball train suddenly singing, fare thee well, Alicante, aye. Connie Fisher, 27 years, 8 hours and 13 minutes at the Save 4 store, walking into an eclipse. So many faces full of dill slaw, sweet fried thyme and crispy inhalants of an implosioning politic. Ah, what the hell do we care now? Just squeezing under the fence line. Ashes of Dad sifted through the engine oil by the back porch, doorway to the future. Mom in a solitary afternoon, anger stubborn strong in that memory, her personal logic, A&P schnapps, top shelf, third aisle down. The heart of a 7-year-old, years lost in tomatoes, corn, and birth, before it all got clenched into a head-fist point of view, the long, tannic leather of the soul. Lungfish, 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 flood-stayed creatures us all, sinews pulling, lungivish deep, mud skippers, generations crisscrossed, purled, rolling under the river, in through it, dispersed over time. Willie the Lion. Willie the Lion, though he was a cannonball, he would say, I meant to step lightly. Willie the Lion, though he was a dark hole with no teeth, he would say, I see the sun coming upon my dreams, so where can I go now? I'll tell you, I'm a little goat. Hey, weathered metal eyes of Willie, teeth like the chalk off the seas of Dover in a fortuitous land. I'd be sipping sweet kerosene and watching the shapes of things shift in the pure leaf light. Willie the Lion, though he carefully tread, though he knew the ritual, though he fed the shades of the air, Willie the Lion called out, everything moves! Everything moves! And though Willie was a transformer, and though Willie was a bone chime, and though Willie passed many souls along the way, twixt and yon, Willie the Lion still calls out, I'll tell ya, everything moves! Everything moves! Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. I saw Willie on the bus, stepping onto a train in the back window of the Bay Bridge, off the loading dock of Shreveport, off the river terminals in Dubuque, Lafargue, Roquette, Muscatine, Balchac. I saw Willie fly! I saw Willie fly! Oh, I think it was. Oh, I think it was. I thought it was. But as it is, because I think it was maybe that I just don't remember. Oh, cake pie and sausage, an inner menu of the family far and gone. Can we pull our bones together? Egg grease slipping like knowledge of an ancient sway, there but for the nodding off of the handshake. So I think, but I don't remember, how in breathing in the wish will out, to eat more than and more of those golden blessings, the best-selling cookies in the whole goddamn world. Then I remember, miraculously, hot sauce and prairie blossoms in the stovetop of somewhere's kitchen. We cooked loss and ecstatic chants in boiling Kaon, cheering the bones of memory to come. I remember Virgil brought the skulls. We laid them down, a photographic dream. Barney and Guilford magpied to their shining essence. Muddy Tilborn, shaped like a flower pot, wide top to catch the moonlight on his neck, bottom holes to drain the roots, shrapnel and blood stain did the rest. And Monty, bullet in the flesh, witness to his ribs and the randomness of bodies, so many militarized by honor and belief, star-creased cotton, mummified leathered holsters swiping at fluorescent pain, like mosquitoes and blood flies. Those days I remember, and these days I forget. Tipping the boat to one flood or another storm, mountainsides of old oceans where oceans are no more, headed down the valley, side bent, listening to the crackage tremendous miles of earth crashing across a village just to find the peace of the far shore. An elusive waltz, ya honk, of language. A yellow wing carries a match-tip rose, a firefly on a Santiago fern. And if I can't remember, why in the hell doesn't it make any difference? Rain shatter or no rain fallen for years. I see the waves come rolling in. Mayakovsky alive on East 55th, 1925 at the Carpenter's Hall. I have a flyer in my rabbit ears pockets. One could have sworn we won. But no, not even then. Nothing. Vanished in the politic, the wheels of the millions, the blood of memories to come. While the night wears wings of flaming leaves, everything changes form, and somewhere in between the ocean rises, comes up through the floor. Is that still the memory that called me? I see the neck of the earth held wide under the moon. And we are here and not here. Hard wings, hard dreams on the bridges, iron lullabies, and we are here and not here. Solid door Willie in blue twilight, solid bar Willie in blind heart chatter, fluorescent crack of jail gang chatter, marking the space of each thief. Cathead Pearson, tense-eared Willie, in near freezing streets, sore forehead and cough in the spine. Swallowing glass and plastic, the nutshell of lightning and God miracle, jaw into the eye, slip bone Willie with the shakes and muscle dreams, beard of age, old public solitude, one scissor shank away from the board of directors. No name Willie in the tavern of the world. Willie the wolf preacher. No! Tintinius, short blankets Hector, Theodore of Guadalupe, Vachel Lindsay and his turpentine dreams down the river, waiting for Dormina to see him in full moonlight, in ragged wonder. Breathe, and we are all no-name Willie. Breathe, and we are all stumbling across this earth, goose grain underfoot. Humming in the corn pillow, humming in the steam of the grain. Oh no, no more thieving, just as brittle a chance as you, Willie, weeping for arthritis and breath, Willie, the face of it all, fungus-nosed $1 million bill, Willie, chemical chaser, world benign, to the investment of your ribs, Willie, steeled beams in the locker of Thanksgiving, Willie, under the rain, in the public space, toe-diseased Willie, traveling in the mesmerizing green warmth of la-la. How many lives, how many throats, here and not here, here and not here, breathing, breathing, breathing to the strike of chance, to the strike of pure fish-eye, nylon, bamboo Willie, carbon Willie, cotton twine Willie. These are the tools of the trade, trashed to the core. We are the boatmen transfixed between flotsam and the shimmering river, the lost trick being to wink the eye. Ho-ho-ho! Hear the moon. Ho-ho-ho-ho-ho! Cut the line, sink the boat, douse the lantern, drink high the dream, hand and chest, down to the deep mud. Speak your piece and be gone. Remember, in the body of the dream, we are all mostly space.